Welcome to Christ King online classes. Students, we have studied already the preparation of the soil. In preparation of the soil, so how to prepare the soil using plough, hoe and cultivator. So there are the three instruments and three tools so used in preparation of soil. Today let us study the one more agriculture practice that is called sowing. Literally means sowing means putting seeds into the soil in different method. For example, so if a farmer carry a basket with the seeds and will sow the seed. So we have studied already in our previous class, we have learned already. So the one method of the sowing manually. So that is, he will sow the seed. So that is nothing but putting the seeds into the soil. Putting the seeds into the soil means if you are taking a basket of paddy seed or any, so you are sowing the seed manually throughout the field. So that is called broadcasting. So this year we are going to study the two more and which are the tools we are using. For example, so each farmer will think before sowing. Especially while sowing, the first step that is called the selection of a seed. How I can identify? If this is a good seed, this is a fertile seed, or maybe it is an hybrid seed. So it gives a good fertile. For example, every farmer will think about the good fertile, good yield. Good yield means you should get a benefit from that. So each farmer, everyone will work towards that. So when you want to sow the seed, the first you prepare the land, prepare the field. So and then with leveler, etc. After that, so you use maybe the plough or maybe you use the hoe or maybe the cultivator using tractors nowadays. So all after that, so what he will do? So before sowing the seed, yes I can sow the seed as my wish. No, so he will select the seed. So in your textbook there is an activity given. For example, one activity is like this. Take a beaker, any, maybe no need to take a glass beaker only, you can take other also. So just observe in your kitchen only, take a handful of wheat, paddy or anything. So grain. So after that, pour the water and then shake well. What you can observe? Some seeds will float on the water, some will sink. Which one is better? So as a human being, not only farmer, we also can select a good seed. What is the method? For example, I said, take a beaker, add a handful of any pulses or wheat or etc. Shake very well with the water and observe after 5 or 6 minutes. So what you can observe? Some seeds will float on the top of the water. Some will sink, they will settle at the bottom. What is the inference? So the inference is nothing but, so whichever it will float, so why seeds will float on the water? So on the surface of the water, question mark, or ask yourself, what is the reason? Few seeds will settle at the bottom or they will sink. What is the reason? The reason is nothing but the seeds whichever float on the surface of the water, that is nothing but damaged seeds. Damaged hollow seeds will float on the water. A good seed will settle down at the bottom or they will sink. This shows, after this you can select a good seed whichever it is sinked. While using also in your kitchen also, so maybe if you ask with your mother or any, so while using or while preparing some of the dishes using the pulses or cereals etc. So while soaking inside the water, so whichever will float on the top, so we are throwing. So whichever will sink at the bottom, so then we are using. So if you want to sow also a few seeds, you can try at home a simple experiment with your parent help. So that is one sowing selection. Each step there will be a process called selection. So think, now farmer selected a good seed. Again I use good healthy seed. The reason to get a good fruit, vegetables or etc. So are a good crop. So that is the one in his mind he will think first selection. After selection, so he will sow the seed. Some of the traditional methods in India. For example, the first one. So maybe you have learned in your previous classes. So maybe you might have known the instrument or a tool. So sowing a seed, that is called putting seeds into the soil. So if a farmer will take a basket, if he will sow the seed, then it is called broadcasting. So now we are not studying broadcasting, we are studying the different tools here in the sowing method. So after selecting a seed, so after the preparation of the soil, farmer will take the two types of the tool. This is a traditional method using the bulls with the instrument or the tools, or maybe we are using seed drill now, modern technique using tractor. So there are two methods in sowing. The first one, as I said, you have learned in your previous classes. So this is called the funnel, which are the two tools using in sowing. So the first one is called using a tool called funnel shaped tool. So what is the use of a funnel shape? For example, farmer will bring a seed after preparation of the soil, leveling the paddy field. He'll bring the seed. Imagine the seeds. So he will collect the seeds and then he'll fill in the funnel shaped structure. It is a tool. So how it consists of, or what are the parts? It includes a funnel connected to 2 or 3 pipes pierced into a field. So it is pierced into field. What is the reason? So if you pierce a field, so these seeds will flow down and it will enter the paddy field. So while the bulls will rotate, so each one in an uniform format, so the seeds will be sown. So that is the one advantage. Okay, this funnel 2-3 pipes pierce into a line or a field. Now the farmer will bring the seeds. So and maybe sometimes he'll soak the seed directly. So he'll check the land whether it is fit to grow a paddy or wheat or etc. For example, during rainy season, so maybe in our region, especially in coastal area, there is an growth of, now we can observe the growth of the paddy. So the paddy, the season, the kharif crop, so can be grown in the month of June, from June onwards, that is in a rainy season. So or maybe wheat in winter season. So he'll bring the seed, he'll fill inside the funnel. So after that the seed will flow to the ground or maybe the paddy field. By that, so that is a one method. So that is called sowing. Sowing, putting seeds into the soil in different method. One I said broadcasting, second one using the tool in traditional method. Some area now also, so this technique is useful, that is using a funnel shaped structure as a tool. So that is the one. So where we will fill the seeds will flow to the ground or the field and it will pierce, the pipe is pierced, it's a sharp end, so where the seed will flow using bulls. The second one we are using, now at present we are in a modern technology, we applied many technology, we are using now different technology. What is the difference then? So this takes more time, this takes less labor and less time. That is one advantage. So it will be fixed. So seed drill is a structure with a sharp blade-like structure attached to one tractor. So when it will be attached to tractor, so the seed will be filled here. So each unit, there will be a unit blade. So each unit, so the seed will sown. So this is a seed will sown each uniformly. So if you sow the seed uniformly, what is an advantage? There will be a systematic line of growing a plant. So to get sunlight, to get a breeze, or maybe to get a nutrients. Which are the nutrients? Let us study afterward. So now the seed will be sown using some of the tool called seed drill. Seed drill will be fixed to a tractor. So if the tractor will move, then uniformly the seed will be sown to the ground. What is an advantage? One, the seed will be sown uniformly. Second, less time. Third, so here we want a labor, many. So here, so less labor will be there for the purpose of the sowing the seed. So that is the one advantage. And each plant will get a proper sunlight, proper nutrient, etc. And there is one more advantage. These seeds, imagine this is a seed, it will be covered with soil. When the machine will run, for example, think this is a machine blade. So tractor will run. So after that the soil will be deposited on the seed. Here there is a chance of the seed will be eaten by birds. But here the seed will be covered with soil. That is one advantage. The seed can be grown easily and without any hesitation, or maybe there is no threat of birds, because birds will not eat the seed. The reason is the soil will cover the entire seed. This is one major advantage in seed drill, and it get proper light and it will get proper nutrient, and uniformly the plant will grow. After sowing, the plant will grow. So the maybe after 1 month, after 10 days, the sprout will start to grow. This is a seed, imagine. So the growth of the sprout with the seed leaf, it will start to grow. So in that case, so why it is growing? So whether, so for example, paddy field. Imagine this is a paddy field. So where after sowing, the plant will grow like this together. So it will grow together. What is the disadvantage of this? So if you grow all the paddy field like this, whether any advantage is there? No. Then the farmer will think. So he will take the plants and transplant into the other. For example, so I go through an example. For example, here every plant is together present. So then after 1 month, he will take the plant from the field and he transplant separately. So in a systematic order. So this is the growth of the sown the seed. After that it will grow, and it will grow in a systematic order. What is the reason? What is the term called? The transferring the plant from one paddy field to the another. For example, after sowing, the plant will grow like this. They clump under. So all plants together. So whether the plant will be grow healthy? No, because each one plant should get a proper sunlight, nutrient, etc. So that's why they transplant the plant from one paddy field to the another in a systematic order. There should not be clump in one another, and there will be a proper distance, maybe manually with the labor or now at present. So we are using some instrument through using tractor. So and here there is a proper distance. The plant will grow healthy. They will get sunlight and they breathe easily. So all these will give an fertile yield and fertile seed with high yield. So if you grow like a grass plant every in the paddy field, you cannot expect a good yield. So here after transforming from one field to the another, this is called transplanting. Transplanting means taking a plant from one paddy field and taking and sowing. So planting the seedling. So here the saplings will be there in a systematic order and with the gap. So that's why it will get good light, and then it can easily breathe and it will grow healthy. So these are the method will come in sowing. So sowing is nothing but it means putting seeds into the soil using manually. So if I take a basket, if I sow the seed manually, that is called broadcasting. If I use some method tools, that is called funnel shaped tool, and have a seed tray. So these are the two methods to sow the seed. How to sow the seed? Farmer will fill the seeds into the funnel. Each seed will float down and it will pierce the ground and it will remain. So the one disadvantage here, the seeds will on the top of the soil. But using seed drill, there are many uses, advantages. Seed can be covered with the soil and maybe less labor and less time. This is the second method in agriculture practicing.